Well, Google just released a new open source AI model called TranslateGemma, and I think from the name alone you can tell that this is an AI model that can be used or designed for translating content. So it is based on Gemma 3, which is the latest and greatest open source model from Google, and it works in 55 languages. Now you can use the model as a regular AI chatbot, but you can also use it to translate documents, content, or even images, as this model is also multimodal, so it can understand image content. Now the question is, how do you download and run these open source models on your computer? Well, fortunately, there are 3 different variants that were released by Google. There is the 4 billion parameter model. This can easily run on some mobile phones. There is also the 12 billion model parameter that can work on most laptops and computers, but there is also the 27 billion parameter model, and this is really designed for a server grade GPU, which is in this case NVIDIA H100 GPU, so it's not something that you have probably. Now, if you want to download and run this model on your computer, you can actually download the model via Hugging Face, and I'm going to provide the link in the description down below. But this method is not the best. It's kind of complicated to get it on, and also it is mostly a toy for developers. Instead, if you really want to use TranslateGemma locally on your device, then I do recommend using either Jan.ai, or you can also use LM Studio, and this is the one that I'm going to demonstrate on my video. So you can navigate to lmstudio.ai, and this is basically just some open source tool that you can use to run some open source AI models. Just download the tool and install it on your computer, and after that you can launch LM Studio. Now to download the TranslateGemma model, you can click the Discover button, and after that let's type the name of the model, which is TranslateGemma. Just wait for it. So there are some options from Hugging Face. Now these are some variants that were optimized by the community. There are lots of amazing and smart people who actually took the the raw data from Google, from Gemma, and then turn it into a model that is more optimized and sometimes better in some situations. So you can download the one that you think looks the best. Now the number that you must consider is the parameter. So I have this 4 billion, this is 12 billion, this is 27 billion, and also you need to consider the parameter, or the not the parameter, sorry about that, the optimization, the quantization. So this is Q8, which means it is 8-bit quantization, and usually the bigger the bit number, like 8-bit is going to perform better than the 5-bit quantization, because 5-bit is more aggressive than 8-bit. That's the simple way to describe it, but of course usually you also have to consider the number of parameters. So 27 billion will be better than 12 billion or 4 billion, etc. So first you have to consider the number of parameters, and also the number or the compression, which in this case whether it is 2-bit, 4-bit, or 8-bit, or even FP16 or FP32. Now in this case I'm going to be using this one. It has 4 billion parameter and it has 8-bit quantization, and here you can also see this thumbs up icon, meaning that hey, this model can work well on your computer. So sometimes you can even select different variations, but in this case there's only one, and this person seems to be converted this model from the official Google page on Hugging Face. So this is just the GGUF version, which is the format that is supported on LM Studio, so we can use it directly on this app. Now after that you can click the download button and just wait for the model to be downloaded, and then later I'll show you how you can play around with it, how you can run the model on your computer locally. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so the model has been downloaded to my computer, and if you want to start chatting with this AI model, you can click the button that says use in new chat, and just wait for the model to be loaded into your system memory or GPU. And after that, you can send some text, messages, documents, or even images to be translated by this AI model. But before that, there is one setting that I want to change on this AI model, which is the system prompt. So let me just eject that model from my GPU, And let's open my models. Here on TranslateGemma, I'm going to open the setting. Let's go to prompt, and this is the system prompt that I'm going to use for this AI model. This is completely optional. Even without a system prompt, it should be able to just translate the content right away, but I want to have a sort of guidance for AI on how it should deal with my request. And if you are interested, you can copy this system prompt from the description down below. Now, let's close this setting page, and let's open the chat menu again. You can load the model by clicking that button and then selecting the TranslateGemma model. Just wait for it. And I have a few phrases from various languages that I'm going to test on this AI model. So please translate this to English. Okay, 39.64 tokens per second. That's pretty quick. And by the way, I have an NVIDIA GTX 1660 Super GPU. That's actually a GPU that's now 7 years old, but it is able to run this AI model. And how about German? Dutch? How about this one? Okay, also pretty accurate. And also, it seems to be very good at some East and Southeast Asian language. How about this word? There you go. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, it's able to run really well on my computer. And again, it is completely offline. It is private. There is no data being sent, and you can use it at any time. So that's basically how you can download and use the TranslateGemma model from Google. And I'm hoping that in the future we can see more iteration of this model that is more accurate and perhaps cover more languages. But yeah, now you have an AI model that kind of works like Google Translate, except it is completely offline. So that's basically it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. I wish you a great day ahead.